Many of them started off, how many of the ministers and started in the youth council, the women council stand up, and the MPs. Now you see, all those started in the other internship. Obwana Chewa, Bwa Women Council, Bwa Youth Council, Council with Disability. Okay, you are not being paid, but you are being exposed, you are training. You are being trained. So those structures. But these days, I will come to that later. So, political empowerment, structures. Now, what you are celebrating now, when I appoint some of you Vice President, Prime Minister, now that is in the Church of Uganda, when you go there to be admitted to prepare yourself to go to heaven later, to be baptized, they take water. They don't take milk or porridge, no, water. Water, puts a finger there, put something on your head. I put this sign of the cross. This sign of the cross is an outward sign that you have entered the you have entered into, I don't know what they call it in English, into the congregation or something. So when I appoint a woman vice president, this is a kabonero kokungulu nti abakazi nabo basobola, that women can manage. Doesn't mean that you're all going to sleep in her house, that she's now that she shares her salary with you. No. It is a kabonero kokungulu. It's an outward sign to show that I think that women can also manage, can also do. So that political empowerment, both structurally and symbolically, also helps in terms of shaping the views. But the most important, then there is infrastructure. Infrastructure helps everybody, including women. When you have got piped water in the village, you are saving women from going to the well to look for water. When you have electricity, you are saving, or gas, you are saving girls from going to look for the firewood and the boys. All that infrastructure development, much of it is labor saving. And when it is labor saving, it helps everybody, including, and sometimes especially, the girls. Maize mills, instead of the grinding stone, of kid Lego, grinding stones, that can help the milling of cassava, the milling of millet. So infrastructure development, some limited mechanization, the industrialization helps the women by taking away the back-breaking jobs. But the most important empowerment, and that's why I'm very glad that the Minister, Beta Mong, emphasized it, is economic empowerment. And this is what I want you to concentrate on this time. the two channels, the parish development model and the Myoga, will definitely make big changes in society. The parish development model is mainly with agriculture, with crops, livestock, and fisheries. The 100, this year, this financial year, up to June, we sent only 17 million per parish because the financial year had already started. But the financial year of July this year to June next year, we are going to send 100 million per parish. And when I was discussing with the ministers, I used the example of somebody who wants to plant 1 acre of coffee. In an acre of coffee, you need 450 seedlings of Robusta coffee. And when we calculated, I've forgotten the figures exactly, but that time when we calculated to buy 450 seedlings would require 180,000 shillings. So therefore, I am guiding you, the parish development models, when you are implementing, give each borrower 1 million shillings. Don't give him too little. Give him 1 million so that if he wants to plant coffee seedlings, he will use 180,000 to buy the seedlings, and the remaining 820 to do the other things, dig the holes, do this, bring the mulching, the what, so that he does all that he needs to do. And if you use that example of loans of 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, with 100 million, it means you will cover 100 homesteads in a year. In 4 years, we would have covered 400 homes. Or if we get money in the other coming years, we can add on and we'll give you 200 million instead of 100 million, then we can cover more. Now, many of the parishes have 1,000 homesteads thereabout. But some of them are already catered for under the Operation Wealth Creation and so on. Now, that is on the side of parish development model, which is mainly agriculture. But later on it will link with value addition and so on. But for the Myoga, which are based, a Myoga is one of your local words. Omwoga is a specialization. It is an old word. In the olden days, a blacksmith would be Omwoga, a carpenter would be Omwoga, Omukomazi, the one who are making backcloth, those were Omwoga, and so on. Even the herbalists that would be their mwoga. Any skill, any specialized skill is called the mwoga. So the mwoga would be at the constituency level. And among the mwoga, we put their leadership. Leadership is also, we put it as a category among the 18. So you, the council leaders, you should borrow money from there. That money is there for you also. As leaders, all leaders are entitled to borrow from that money. The one of the myoga of leadership, the 18 of them. Now, as you hear, commercial agriculture is one sector where the women and other people can get empowered. Then you have industry, the small and the big industries. For the villages, you can have the small industries, the maize mills, the oil mills, the milk coolers, the rice hullers, then they can link up with the bigger industries in the towns. Then you have the services, border, hotels, what have you. And then finally, ICT. ICT is mainly for the towns. So therefore, in this Kisanja, I want really all of you to understand this effort, this stimulus of empowering women through economic empowerment. Because once a woman has got her own money, she will no longer be as vulnerable as those who are depending on men for livelihood. And some of the activities don't depend on land, because I know that the women have the problem, they may not be owning land because of the traditional system. But many of these activities don't need land, or they don't need much agricultural land. You can do some of them without running a small hotel, buying produce and selling it, bakery, tailoring. Those don't need a big amount of land. They just need to rent a space and you can start from there. So this is our comprehensive program for socio-economic transformation, including women empowerment. I want Africa, I want Uganda to become a middle-class society with a skilled class society and phase out the peasants. We want the peasants to disappear. Not by dying, but by ensuring that a peasant does not produce another peasant. The peasantry should not perpetuate itself. A cattle raider in Karamoja should not produce another cattle raider. A cattle raider should produce a farmer. Or a hotel owner, or a border operator owner. The sectors are four: commercial agriculture, industry, services, ICT. All of us must join these. We don't want anybody to stay outside these four. Now, I'm dying to meet my daughters, the women councillors. But as you say, the Banyankore say, izoba lyazahire. The day is already tired today. the hours have already gone. And I have other programs tomorrow. So what I propose is that you, Omona, you arrange a day in April. These people come back at my expense, and we have a whole day or 2 days and we meet properly. Now, with this summary, I congratulate the women on this Women's Day, and I wish everybody. Now, but before I close, the issue of the parish model. The parish model, all the agricultural operators in the parish will join a parish circle. The Parish Development Council, where your people are, the chairperson of the Women Council is a member, the others are members. That one is a supervisory council. But the controllers are the circle, the people themselves, abali mu kintu. The farmers, the cattle keepers, the fishermen in the parish. Now, when the money comes, it will come from finance straight to the circle. It will not go to the cow. It will not go to the county chief. It will come to the account of the circle of the parish. You need to understand this very clearly. This is a new approach. And it will be you, members of the circle, to decide how you start and from where you buy. But we want you to concentrate on the items which we have shortlisted for you, which is coffee, fruits, dairy, food crop, poultry, piggery, fish farming. Where they have big land, they can grow maize, grow. But for the smaller people, these 7 are the priorities, the ones you should spend the money on. Otherwise, the money will come directly to you. You are the one to buy the seedlings yourselves. You are the ones to decide who gets first. It will no longer be government people, it will be you. You, the people, the stakeholders. With these few words, I congratulate everybody and I wish you good luck.
A very big hand of applause to His Excellency the President. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. You have said it all that we really wanted to listen to. And I want to thank you for accepting to give 2 days appointment for the Women Councils in April when you have sufficient time. Your Excellency, allow me at this juncture to invite the Master of Ceremonies of the Chancery to read the medalists, the excellent performers in various disciplines. And I will request you to allow